A crime that shocked the nation. The victim, 15-year-old Lisandro Jr. Guzman Felix. Crime and punishment on the Advocate's Corner. I'm Clark Pena. Thank you so much for joining us today on this special two-part series, Crime and Punishment, yes, here on the Advocate's Corner. We saw the crime that shocked the nation. The date of occurrence was just, I believe, just a month ago. And we want to learn more about the victim, Junior Lisandro Guzman Felix. And what better way to know more about the victim than to have his father here. We have Lisandro Guzman, father of everyone's child now, Junior.
Yeah.
Thank you for coming. My condolences.
Thank you.
From us here, our staff in the Advocate's Corner.
Thank you.
Tell us a little bit about that young man that everyone loves.
Thank you. Thank you for coming here. Junior is my little baby. Junior is a good boy. Junior, all the time he's in the study, he's in the school. Then sometimes we go to the Explorer program. He played baseball before. He's a kid that move all the time, do something. No outside of the street, doing nothing, you know. A good boy. They want to do detective too. And that's what he's in the plotting. A good boy.
He was that I've seen in a lot of interviews that he wanted to be a police detective. He wanted to be a member of service. He wanted to be law enforcement. Why do you think that's what he wanted to do? Why do you think? You know him.
Yeah, because he told me when he got 5-year-olds, he told me I want to do police, Bobby. He said, yeah. And then he continued. All the time the kids, they change it. The mind when maybe 7, 8 years old, but they continue the same. Exactly 2 weeks ago, they told me, listen, almost we go to the graduate to the high school. We want to do police. He said, wow, they don't change. Never he changed the mind.
Never changed his mind.
Yeah, all the time he said he wanted to do police.
That's excellent. His mind was focused.
Yeah.
How was he in school? What type of student? How were his grades? Was he a good student?
Yeah, that's a good boy.
Good boy, always.
Yeah, that's a good boy. Everybody loved him in the school because all the time he played with everybody, you know, but like nice, you know, all the teacher. If you see the video is a lot of video nice.
There were so many nice videos.
Yeah, that's Junior. That's Junior all the time.
Yeah, you know, and that's one of the reasons why I was talking to the producer here, is, you know, we know what the crime was. Ya sabemos lo que el crimen. Pero we wanted to know more about the victim. You know, we have to know about the victim so we can know how great of a young man he was.
Yeah.
You know, our country loses when we lose a person like that because you never know what he might have been. I saw there was a video out there of his room.
Oh yeah, it's only PlayStation all the time. All the time he's PlayStation with headphone, all the time. Like when I call too many times, I'll never call like voice call, only FaceTime. When I'm working too much outside, you know, but all the time, call maybe 2, 3, 4 times a day. All the time he's in PlayStation. When he know in school, in the house we PlayStation for the cousin. Well, that's funny, you know.
He liked to laugh.
Yeah, oh yeah. He likes to laugh, play with other people, you know.
Right. I saw a lot of videos where he was interacting with other students, and there seemed to be a genuine feel, a love and concern for each other. And you can appreciate that from the video.
Yeah.
That was him always.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. I don't know how what to say.
Right.
But Junior, that's good, man. That's good.
What do you feel now that, unfortunately, because of this criminal act, what do you want, you know, from the legal system? Because that's all there is left, which is the legal system. What are you looking for from the courts? I know you're looking for justice, but what do you want justice to mean for Junior?
I want justice for Junior first, and then I want to put this guy all the time in jail. I don't want to hear these people outside and kill another people. I don't want to. This problem with me that happen now. I don't want to go to run another family. That's why I want to keep these guys in jail, and then I know this safe for the rest of the people outside.
Well, I do have good news for you, that you have a great judge. I know Judge George Villegas for many years.
Yeah, that's all they told me.
He is an amazing human being, but he's also an amazing judge. So I know there's not going to be a lot of messing around in that courtroom. Judge Villegas is a tough dude. Tough dude. So if you're watching, George, we know who you are, and you're going to do a great job.
Thank you.
What else would you like to, you had interactions with the mayor, you've had interactions with the police department. How have they treated you? How have they treated you?
The police, they're working very good. Very good. Thank you for everybody, but except for the police, thank you so much. They support us too much. They're working very fast in that case. They're very fast.
And you know what was really special is that he was a NYPD explorer.
Yeah.
They treated this case like if it was an attack on a law enforcement officer. That's what I've seen from everything that they've done, that they treated it differently. They gave it a little extra emphasis. Do you agree?
Well, the police part is good. Because my son is in the Explorer program.
Yes.
They're working, everybody working together. They're working very fast.
Have you seen or
and
have
the
you
Explorer
heard?
is good.
Have you heard that because your son was an explorer, the amount of people that now want to become explorers is amazing?
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, a lot of people really want to join the program.
A lot, yeah. For they want to, we want to keep it doing something.
Yes. We have. I want to take the time also to thank. We don't have much of a studio audience here, but we do have someone that I do want to acknowledge. Khalil Abdul Muhammad is here also in the studio, and he's setting up a foundation for the Junior family, and he's been there from day one. And I just was an honor to have him stop by, and I just wanted to make sure we give him a shout out for the great work that he's doing and helping the family.
Thank you.
Yes,
Thank you.
yes. What else would you like to tell us that you want us to remember about your son?
I wanted to remember my son. Like you see everybody in the video, like Junior's funny, like all the time happy. That's what I want to remember my son. That's what I remember. I do my tattoo because all the time with me, but when I drive it, I drive with my left hand, and I see all the time my picture.
Can we, Carlos? Can we get a shot of the tattoo so we can see it? He had it done. I think this tattoo has been all over the news.
Yeah.
You had it done a couple of days after, is it?
Yeah. No, and the first day in the funeral, another day.
Wow. What an honor, and you're always going to have him with you. Yeah. You're always going to have him with you. What would you like to say to the individuals that did this to your son? I've seen that there's some remorse. I don't know how truthful it is, but what would you like to say to them? Because I really don't think they knew him. And what they took from us.
I don't think these people. Maybe I don't know why they're thinking about, because I don't do nothing like that with nobody. But they don't thinking. I don't know. I don't say too much about this. I want to keep this guy in jail.
Keep him in jail. Let the justice system take care of.
Right.
Take care of his legacy. Work with so many people. That's one thing that I can also say, that because of this criminal act, the community has united. I've met so many great people because of Junior now that I didn't know that they were activists in the Bronx, that they were doing stuff in Brooklyn. We're all one now, and he brought us together. Yeah. He brought us together. How is the family holding up?
I tried to work, keep down a little bit, but we tried to wake up because I wanted justice for him.
Right.
All the rest people are nice.
You have a court case coming up.
Yeah.
Do you know the date, or should we?
Yeah.
So you can let people know. I saw in one of your interviews, you request as many people that believe in justice to come out and support your son. When is the next court date?
They call this October 25.
October 25th?
Yeah.
And that's Bronx Criminal Court?
Yeah, that's the 161.
Is Judge Villegas overseeing that?
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, I will be there for that. Join the rest of the community. So please remember the date. Be there because Junior could have been anyone's son. He could have been, you know, he was a happy-go-lucky child who was looking forward to a future in law enforcement, and that was ended because of some idiotic thinking from some idiotic people. This is your camera. This is your time. What would you like to say to the folks that are hearing us today?
And thank you for support to everybody, to support me. It's police, exploring, community, everybody. Thank you for helping me, for support us. And I wanted justice. And I know we do justice for Junior. And thank you.
¿Y algo en español, por favor?
Quiero que haga justicia. Y le doy muchas gracias a los programas, a la cosa de Exploring, a la policía, la asambleísta, a los senadores, mucha gente que me ha apoyado mucho, y la comunidad pues, esencial de todo el mundo me llama, y muchas gracias a todo el mundo, la prensa, a todo, gracias de verdad.
He just gives his thanks to everyone that has been supportive, and you know, this was a crime that has shocked the nation. We're always going to remember him. We're going to keep you and your family in our prayers, and you know, just let us know what you need. Our email address is going to be placed on the screen, so anyone that can assist, they can reach out to us. We know who to reach out to. And once again, thank you for sharing Junior with us.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
God
you
bless
so
you.
much. Thank you.
And this is your home.
Thank you.
How do we keep Junior's legacy alive? We're going to come back with the answer on the other side of this break. Welcome back. I'm Clark Pena, and this is your Advocates Corner. We're talking about justice for Junior, crime and punishment. We have to continue to keep his legacy alive, and I'm proud and honored to have a friend here that's doing just that. We have David Estrella. He's community organizer, and he has taken the bull by its horns, if you will. You're doing so much.
Oh.
Tell us all about it.
Oh, thanks for having me on the show.
Thank you.
It's a great show. Well, one of the things that I've been real passionate about that has really drawn me to the Justice for Junior movement is that I was also a victim of a survivor of a gang violent assault when I was 16 by adults. I was 16. I had nothing to do with an altercation that happened in the neighborhood, and some cars rolled up with bats, and I was able to fight my way out. So one of the things that really drew me into this, I felt connected, as most people in the community have felt connected for many different reasons. Myself being a survivor, others being innocent, other people, you know, just having the visual of what happened. It brought the imagery to what often happens, that people have out of sight, out of mind, but in this situation, it's like it was in your face, we had to react. And I was called by other organizers to see how I can participate. And one of the things that was presented to me was how we can put together a mural in Junior's honor. I work with an artist named Chris Pirate.
I met him?
Yes.
Gentleman.
Great guy. We put together a coalition, the Justice for Junior Coalition. in a collaboration of many different community organizers, chaplains, and what we wanted to do with our mural was have a call to action. It's called Stand with Junior.
Stand with Junior, okay.
Where it's a mural where you can literally stand with Junior's image, but it's a call to action to the people to ask them how will they stand with Junior. And through that mural, we wanted to have the narrative how through art we can affect action. And some of the actions that we have been working on is petitioning for the renaming of the street, the corner of 183rd and Bathgate, to be Justice for Junior Way.
Once again, just that's a very important point. 183 and Bathgate, corner of.
Corner of the way to St. Barnabas.
Got it.
Corner to Bodega to Hospital.
So if you're listening, that is what you're moving on right now.
Right. We're looking to meet with Councilman Richie Torres.
Richie Torres.
This week.
Excellent young man.
Who's also working on the renaming of the street. So whatever the name officially becomes, we are in full support. The community has been working on petitions, and we're just waiting for the green light, if you will.
How does a person that would like to sign this petition, what can they do to get their signature on such a worthy cause?
There are online petitions that are available, but after the meeting this week, and perhaps you'll have it on the screen, we would have the link where they can actually go.
Oh, that'd be awesome. Yeah, we will put it up there. Right. How is it looking right now as far as the signatures?
We have a couple thousand people that have signed online. At the vigil site, the youth of the community who've done a great job managing the vigil site had collected thousands of petitioners who were petitioning for Junior Ave. So there's a collective movement to rename the street in honor of Junior. So in honoring Lisandro Guzman as well as the movement, what I was suggesting as a proposal was Justice for Junior Way.
Right. But
also there's signs in other areas in New York City that have the pictures of the honored on the sign. I saw that,
yes. And is that something that is doable? Is it a different process, or is it one of the same?
The same governing body approves it. It's the Department of Transportation. So it's a matter of submitting the request, voting on it, getting it approved. And the vote for the renaming won't happen until December at the end of the year, because the city votes on co-namings twice a year. So we missed the last renaming.
Is that a full city council, or is it there's a certain committee? Do you know?
I'm not sure exactly which is the committee that does that, but we do go through the community board first. Correct. Community board then brings it to city council.
In this case, community board
6.
It's community board 6.
Community board 6.
If you guys want to call community board 6, let them know that this is coming through.
Yes,
let's bombard their lines.
Call community board 6, and we don't see any resistance as far as getting the petition pushed through.
You're also working on a piece of legislation. I think, I'm going to be honest with you, David, I think this is a great idea.
Oh, thank you.
The piece of legislation that you're working on, explain to us, tell us who's going to be sponsoring, co-sponsoring, who's pushing the envelope on this. Okay,
so we're really passionate about this bill. This legislation that we're proposing is called Junior's Justice Act. And the Junior's Justice Act is an act where we're looking to amend an existing law that is called the gang violent assault charge.
Okay.
The gang violent assault charge comes in the first and second degree. The first degree is a B-class felony, and the second degree is a C-class felony, both of which are being charged to the indicted in this case. Now, as a B-class felony, the maximum time that can be served under that classification is 25 years, a window of 5 to 25 years. So what we're proposing in the Junior's Justice Act is that if a gang violent assault is committed by an adult and inflicted on a minor, that it holds the same strict liability crime statutes, where such as like pedophilia, statutory rape, age-based statutory limitation, where it takes on a higher penalty. Class C will then be classified as a B, and the Class B will be classified as an A. And A is more than 25 years. And we feel that if that gang violent assault does lead to a murder, it should yield the maximum penalty. So what I feel full justice for Junior is the full extent of the law for those that committed the crime. But also we're working with other community organizations to bring restorative justice to the community, working with the youth to propose community centers, conflict resolution centers. So it's a whole gambit of things that we're working on in Junior's honor.
And, you know, I've also saw from the beginning, since I've come to the scene of the crime, if you will, Mosque 7. Mosque number 7, they were involved, and they're still involved, and they've taken such an active role, and not only in that crime, but in other crimes.
Right.
You know, tell us a little bit about this organization. I feel really good around them. I don't know what it is.
Right. Well, I've had the privilege to meet with and collaborate with Brother Khalil Abdul Muhammad, as well got a chance to meet with the Honorable Minister A. Hafiz.
Hafiz, yes.
Over
yes,
at
yes,
the Muhammad Mosque number 7 in Harlem. And they also have been there since day one, on the street, organizing, managing and keeping the community safe while the vigil was going on. They have been doing an excellent job, and they also have some great ideas that they've been bringing to the table in regards to assisting the family in establishing the Justice for Junior Foundation. And we also been looking to work on a community center, working with the youth in that community.
Very nice.
And we feel that restorative justice is something that is definitely needed in that area. But bringing it back full circle to the mural, if the viewers have a chance to go to 184th Street between 3rd Avenue and Bathgate, they'll get to see that the mural that honors Junior, the Stand With Junior mural, has Junior elevated with wings extended, made of flowers. And the symbolism behind those flowers is that when Junior was buried, a seed was planted that has sprouted leadership and has sprouted unity within the community. And we want to keep that legacy ongoing. And again, it's art affecting action, and there's a lot of parallel actions that have come out of this unfortunate and tragic incident, but it won't be in vain.
It won't be in vain. If someone wants to visit and take a picture, it's set up where you can have the wings right behind you, and you can be standing right next to Junior. They can come by any time? Is that open to the public?
It's open to the public at request. Typically, someone's always there managing the location.
Okay.
So the Bito's Garage and the chaplains who have donated the location and the wall did it on the contingency that if anyone wanted to come and pay their honors and respects, they'll get access to the mural. Stand in the wings,
right.
But also it's not just a picture op. I want people to know that instead of just coming to take a picture, share a video and let your viewers know how will you stand with Junior to prevent these types of crimes, these incidences, and just these tragedies from happening in the community. How will you affect and change in your community? At the bottom of the mural, there are 48 candles.
I saw that. Yeah.
Represents the 48th precinct. Junior had aspirations to be a detective in the police department, and 48 of his closest friends and family came out and symbolically lit each candle with their fingerprints. And it's, from what I've seen, a one-of-a-kind piece. And what we're looking to do from that piece is also connect other communities who have to endure the same type of pains and connect these stories together to a greater issue as we propose the Junior's Justice Law. Because Junior was known by name, but also by age as a minor. So whenever there's a gang violent assault by adults committed on a minor, it should take a higher penalty.
And in the few seconds that we have left, you have a hat here. Real quickly, tell us a little bit about it.
Okay, so the hat represents our proposals to renaming the street Justice for Junior Way. This is one of a kind. It's the only one made. There are no other made right now until we get the approval of the family on which organization is going to be receiving the proceeds, so we can help them in their efforts to build their community and their initiatives.
Well, David, thank you once again for taking the time to join us. We're going to have you on again as we get closer to the signing of this piece of legislation. My brother,
Thanks for having us.
keep the fight. And want to thank you for joining us once again on the Advocates Corner. Want to remind you, take care of yourself. More importantly, take care of each other. Until next time.